I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Black 58 rail!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They find some open field here. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To throw, it's Bortles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's Rashad Perriman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Fournette fighting through. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go, let's go.
The pitch to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to spin free. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 101 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ace, ace.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Spread right, 72.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a 1st down as well.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. From the gun, it's Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Now Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. A toss play to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the areas and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's go, let's go. Green 80, green 80. Hey, let's go, trip front. Green is done.
Bortles going to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Hey, spread right, smack.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go, here we go. Nice 39, Lucy. Lucy.
On play action, it's Bortles. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, third and long for Bortles and the Jags. Throwing is Bortles. He's going to fire one deep up. That's caught at the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Bortles now to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
It's all right.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an out, and there he goes again. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with officially a 103-yard return. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Again, Elder partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Dancing to his left. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
11B, 11B. Lucy. Hank.
Here's Bortles to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. And since they got the first down anyway, they'll decline the penalty.
Makes perfect sense, right? Defensive holding call. That's 5 yards, an automatic first down, and they completed the play anyway.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. The last 2 runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Caught Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. That goes for a gain of 31. Bortles now on first down. Incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got three, fella. So right. Lucy.
To throw, it's Bortles. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Reggie Ragland in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Now Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Bortles now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And a nice spin into some open field. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my theme of Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Slow. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. And even 40 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Left.
On third down, that's Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mahomes going to throw it here. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Left, 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 left.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, in this one, partner, we had some